New there, talking up his own book and talking down the European context for a little bit more on the G20 finance ministers meeting, and that kicks off in Moscow today. I'm joined now by Yannick Naud, he's still with me, portfolio manager at King. What did you make of View's broad swipe against Europe? I mean, the same message, just different tone.
Well, you are in a bit of, there's a negotiation between the free trade agreement between Europe and the US. So, that's this kind of attitude is, I think, is logical. I think the main focus of the G20 should be the fight against protectionism. I mean, it's not in the media a lot, but since the start of the crisis, there's been more and more protectionist measures, and in fact, it is increasing. I mean, since the last quarter of 2011, there's more and more protectionist measure. More or less.
America has a bit of protectionism of itself. It's not exactly the most open economy in the world, is it?
Yes, I mean, it's coming from, if you look at where the protectionism measure is coming from, 30% are coming from G8 country, so from the biggest country.
Listen, let's talk about some of the stocks, the companies that are moving today. Vodafone, numbers down, not as bad as thought. Germany under a lot of pressure. Do you hold the stock? What do you think?
Well, I think Vodafone. I mean, the main concern today for the Vodafone, it's I think in Europe it's a company which has the much to lose to the end of roaming within Europe. I mean, you know that slowly every year, and the last time was at the beginning of July, the cost of roaming within Europe is going down and down. Eventually, there should be no roaming cost in Europe, like there's no roaming costs within the US, and Vodafone is the player in Europe that have the most to lose. And I think it's one of the reasons why the stock is down.
Let's get on through a few more autos. I love this. You said it's time to get involved in Volvo and Faurecia. Now, Faurecia makes seats, they're based in Paris. So give me your thing there, and let's throw in BMW as well, because you quite like that.
Yes.
You're a brave man.
Well, I mean, the auto sector, I mean, if you look at the data, has been horrendous. But if you look at the stock price, I mean, Peugeot's stock price has been rebounding sharply since the beginning of the year, and especially in July. I think it's probably time to switch into the auto parts. Faurecia, for example, is a good example of that. They have a bit less, the balance sheet is a bit less stretched, and I think they could enjoy a bit of rebound. The truck market is, I think, rebounding worldwide, and a company like Volvo should be able to benefit from it.
Okay, let's talk about luxury, because Louis Vuitton came out this morning with a guy, Monsieur Trapani. Pity I didn't write my notes larger. He runs the watch division. He actually says, listen, China is going to be tough. So the Chinese are spending more in Hong Kong. Give me your view on hard luxury.
Well, we had yesterday the numbers from the export and the Swiss watch export numbers, and we can see that it is growth in Europe, and China, since the beginning of the year, it's not only a slump. I mean, there's a sharp decrease of sale of watch in China. What could be the reason? Right now, most of the players, including LVMH, Richemont, and other manufacturers, think it's just a destocking of luxury watch. I think it could be a change of trend. It could be a structural change. Either Chinese residents are spending money abroad in Europe because they're traveling more in Europe or in States or in Hong Kong, or they should be, maybe there's this trend of luxury item and extravagant present in China could be slowly ending.
Would you be short these luxury names then in that case?
Well, in terms of valuation, we're talking about extremely high price-earning ratio. So I mean, the real risk if you think there will be an M&A, because as we saw with LVMH or Gucci, they're able to buy a company at extremely high valuation. If the capital is controlled, I think the market doesn't justify this kind of valuation.
Listen, Yannick, always great to have a conversation with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yannick Naud, portfolio manager at King Asset Management. Coming up, Google shares took a hit after